So today we're deciding to do a little bit of exploring Pagosa Springs. But of course, in our poor planning, the one day we're here for the full day, pretty much everything's closed. Makes sense. We're gonna walk around the town, explore the Riverwalk area, and just have a good time and see what sights there are to see. This place is beautiful. It's Pagosa Springs sits right at the base of the San Juan mountain range, I guess, and it's amazing. Pictures in the video aren't going to do this place justice. It's like the perfect size mountain town. It's like got pretty much everything you need, but not too much to kind of annoy you. It gives you all the feel of the mountain town, but it still gives you some of the luxury of like living in a normal sized city. This place is pretty great. Well, we've done our exploring in Pagosa Springs, and it's a nice little town. It's a nice little river walk. Get good views of the San Juan Mountains. Now Misty and I are gonna go relax at Riff Raff and have a beer and just chill out before we go back and finish up grocery shopping and all the nonsense we have to do. But if you guys ever get a chance to come out to Pagosa Springs, definitely recommend it. It's an awesome little town. Real quick, I gotta stop talking about what the plans are. Every single time I talk about them, they end up changing. For anyone wondering why I had to keep going back and forth and lifting up my sewage line into this thing, it's because this thing is ever so slightly higher than our sewage line. So I had to let the little sewage tube fill up and then take it apart and then lift it up so everything drained. Some of these sites are, you know, not exactly the most level, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't have the little leveling things for the sewage lines yet, but hey, whatever. We're in Durango. I know I said that the plan was to head to Ridgeway and explore Ouray and Telluride and do that whole upper area there. But after looking at the weather, we realized that Ouray and Ridgeway are going to be getting about 7 or 8 inches of snow, and I think it's not supposed to let up for about 4 days. With our plans to be in Utah here in a few weeks, and then you know, obviously Arizona, Grand Canyon, and then the May reservations in Yosemite. We don't want to risk getting caught up there and being stuck, or worse, wrecking and hurting the animals or something. So, leaves us 2 options. 1, hang out in Durango for a few days. We're gonna do that already, so option's done. But the options for Ouray and Ridgeway and Telluride are for us to do the whole loop either tomorrow or the next day, which is probably not gonna happen because I think it would take about 5 hours just to drive it, which wouldn't really give us any time to explore anything. Or, which option 2, the plan we're gonna go with, is try to make our way back down to Colorado at the end of the trip and try to check out Ouray and Ridgeway and Telluride then. That's the plan, but like I said earlier, I gotta stop saying what the plan is because every time I make a plan, or we make a plan, and then I say it into the camera, it all goes to crap. So for now, we're gonna explore Durango, and we're gonna see what trails are open, and we're gonna see what this place has to offer. Obviously, it's beautiful. Well, 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 we're at a Ford dealership. And why is that? Because for a while now, whenever we turn left in the truck, we hear a kind of rubbing, grinding, scraping sound from the front right tire. Pretty sure it's the hub or bearing, something like that. It's kind of gotten to the point where we can't really ignore it anymore. It seems to be getting louder and more frequent. So, going to be hanging out up here at the Ford dealership until I can figure out what is wrong with it. But until then, just going to sit around and do a bunch of nothing. I'll tell you, when it rains, it pours. We got to spend about $900 getting both of our front hubs replaced. I thought about doing it myself, but I really don't want to be buried up underneath the truck today doing a job I've never done in a town I'm not familiar with. So we're gonna have the dealership doing it. We're gonna have the dealership do it, which would really only cost us about $300 to $400 more than if I did it myself, buying the parts. It's all good. Just another bump in the road. Like I said, setbacks won't set us back. I'm not sure what the plan is for the next few days. I know we're gonna have, I think, some pretty rough weather coming in tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. But I don't know. Until the truck's ready, I'm just gonna hang out at Carver Brew Pub. Boom. So that's what I'm doing. If you're ever in Durango, come to Carver Brewery or Brew Pub, or whatever they call it. This is hands down the best quesadilla I've ever had in my life. This thing's amazing. It's got a nice little fire kick to it. One of the things about being out here is seeing everybody's overland and off-road rigs, their Tacomas and some of their Subarus, and of course all the beautiful Jeeps. Jeep, 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 Jeep. Well, that's cool as hell looking. Jeep, because I miss my Jeep. So after dealing with the issues of the truck for the day, we decided to treat ourselves to another nice meal downtown in Durango. So we went straight back to Carver's. That place is awesome. Like I said before, if you're ever in town, you need to go there. The food's amazing. Tomorrow I think we're going to try to hike Smelter Mountain. It's like a 4-mile hike. It shouldn't be too terrible. The only problem is force winds with dusty conditions. We're gonna die. It's a hurricane. It's a hurricane in Durango. Ah! It is April 10th. We're still in Durango, and yesterday the high was 70-something degrees, and I think today it's like 40-something. Right now it's steadily dropping into the 30s. I'm not sure if you can tell or not, but it's snowing. I think we're gonna try to go on a hike, which is maybe a little dumb because the weather's supposed to get a little worse and a little colder, but we gotta experience Durango. This is pretty cool. Tennessee hasn't seen this much snow in like past year and a half. Here, past 30 minutes, we've gotten more snow, not accumulative, but more snow than they have for a long time. But this is kind of what I wanted. I was excited about this. I was hoping we'd get a little bit of this, the real mountain feeling, you know, the snow and everything coming through the canyons and whatnot. This is awesome. I'm excited. So yeah, despite the weather, we're gonna give Smelter Mountain Trail a go. But we have a bit of a friend with us. This is some, oh yeah, get it. Mark your territory, pup. Yeah, I mean, his family's like way back there in a van hanging out, but I guess he's just coming along with us. He's doing his own thing. So, trail's supposed to be about 4 miles round trip. I think it's supposed to be like, I think it said like 1,300 feet in elevation gain, so this should be fun. Hoping for some pretty cool views. We'll see. Well, we tried doing some hike. We took a couple wrong turns, and then we probably got like less than half a mile into the right trail, or at least we think was the right trail, and then it seemed like the weather was taking a pretty big turn for the worse. So we decided to call it quits and head back to the truck. We didn't want to get stuck on top of a mountainside with crap wind, crap snow, and possibly getting stuck. So we just drove around, did a little scenic route called Rim Drive. Awesome stuff. Good views. There's a freaking college up there, Fort Lewis College, I think it's called. Couldn't imagine going to school up top on a freaking mountain. It'd be amazing. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be heading to Utah. So pretty excited about it.